Hey there, Justin Christensen here from Conversion Fanatics, and today we're going to talk about e-commerce conversion rate killers. Now, we test thousands of tests every single year for our many clients here at Conversion Fanatics, and there's some common things that often pop up that will derail your conversion rate and not get you the results that you're actually looking for. And today I thought I would talk about 5 of those conversion killers. Number one, and probably the biggest thing that I see, is movement. So a lot of people try to pack a lot of information. You have multiple products in your store and you have multiple things that you want to showcase, but it can often lead to a distraction. And on an e-commerce store, movement is a definite conversion killer. And oftentimes we'll find that any movement or carousels and things like that that automatically scroll will cut conversion rates by as much as 40%. We're talking like your hero image where you have multiple sliders of hero banners, carousels of products, anything that can possibly move, animation that isn't triggered by a click or isn't triggered by a mouse over movement will often derail your conversion rate. Number 2 is images, and we're talking about high quality images. I've said this before in other videos, but we don't have the luxury in the e-commerce world to really showcase our products. Our customers don't get to come in and try it on. They don't get to hold it and touch and feel it. So we need to make sure that we highlight that and showcase our product as much as we can through our images. Show people holding the product, show people using the product, show all angles of the product, show size comparisons. Everything we can do to highlight that. So if you're not leveraging very high quality, high definition images of multiple sorts, or you're limiting the amount of images that you have, you are derailing your conversion rate. Moving on to number 3, and that is social and distractions. So we have lots of products, and we want to obviously get the social shares from this, but many companies that we find actually highlight, like say on your product detail page, they'll emphasize the social share icon, but that is just a distraction. You're going to get somebody to click on it and share, and then they're going to forget why they were there in the first place, and that was to buy the product. And generally removing those elements will often increase the conversions, and the increase in conversions will outweigh any social share possibilities that you have. There's strategic ways you can place your social share icons, but it generally isn't before the actual purchase. It's usually post checkout, or there's other elements that you can do to test to encourage people to share that particular product on social. And then distractions are just that. It's taking people and not leading them down a linear path to the purchase. It's pulling them in multiple different directions. It's the shiny object syndrome. You're pulling them, you're taking them and pulling them in different directions. It's like, hey, check us out on Instagram. Hey, check us out over here. Or hey, look at this product. Hey, we've got a sale over here. Instead of just getting them engaged in the process of shopping with you, finding what they're looking for. And that's the main goal, is to help them find what they're looking for as quickly as possible and engage in that shopping process, and then hold them by the hand to lead them down to make that purchase. So remove additional distracting elements from your page. Number 4 is steps. And I'm talking about steps in the process. So maybe you have a quick shop, and then you have a, click to, view the product, and then you click to add to cart, and it pops up a pop-up that says, here, and then continue shopping and view cart. And then you take them over to an actual shopping cart. And then from there, they have to go over to the actual checkout page, or in some cases, you have a login screen that has multiple different elements on it. And that kind of couples into some of the distracting elements, but you have to reduce the amount of steps it is for that visitor to take to purchase. And this includes having form fields, unneeded form fields. So take the minimum amount that you actually have on your store, and eliminate some of those steps and those friction points in that process will help increase those conversion rates, because nobody has time to go through 6 steps to checkout. In fact, we had one store that we reviewed and they had 7 steps before you actually got to checkout. They just made you jump through a bunch of hoops before you can actually give your credit card information and confirm a purchase. So remove any of those distracting and additional steps. Number 5, and our final point here for this video today, is content. So many people try to just fill their pages with so much content and so much information about the product, every size and detail and science and all of the elements that they have, instead of being very straight and to the point of the benefits and the features supporting those benefits in short little blurbs. We had one client that sells a very scientific product, and they did a bunch of NASA studies and had all of this science and all of these facts and everything, and all they really cared about at the end of the day, those visitors, they didn't care anything about the science or any of that information that was just cluttering up the pages. All they cared about was the key benefit that that product had. And so just turning that focus onto that and just making it very simple for them to understand what that product is, how the quality of that product, the benefits that they're going to get by purchasing that product, the better off you're going to be. So break it down into short blurbs or use benefit bullet points instead of just taking them through. It's like, here's our guarantee, here's our description, here's all of these sub-menu items that people have that can distract visitors from the end goal, and that is to see exactly what that product is and then go through the checkout process. So a real quick review is reduce the movement that you have on the page, use static images instead that really highlight the USP, engaging those visitors in that process very quickly. Use high quality images that show the product from multiple different angles, using the product, showcasing that product as best as you can, as high definition as you could possibly get, reducing the social share icons and other distracting elements on the page, keeping it very linear in that path. Number of steps in the process, reduce or eliminate some of those steps, and then content being very short and to the point of exactly what it is that your product does and what the benefits are to the consumer. So that's just a few of the key e-commerce conversion rate killers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you never miss one of our upcoming videos. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again soon.